Hi, I will be teaching my students how to calculate budget and determine if they have enough money or not. So first I would like to show the procedure and what will be done. So first, right here, we're going to provide the student with a budget. So I have two different ways to teach the kids. This can be a printable copy for them if they would like to use a printable copy. So you can provide the student with a budget, which in this case for this student, KJ, the budget will be $5. Have the student identify the budget on the number line. The number line will be 1 through 10 and will be later increased to 1 through 30 as the student starts to master the skill. Then you will provide the student with the items that they're able to purchase. So for the Word document, I only made 3 different ones. You'll do it in a field of 3. We have cotton candy, which is $3.18, a lollipop, which is $15, and then you have an iPad for $6.78. So after you provide the student with those options and pictures for them, have them read and identify the items provided, just like I just read, and then provide the SD of what do you want to buy. The student is provided a calculator, which is a tech device that they can use. They can use it either on an iPad, they can use it on a phone, or they can use a physical calculator device. Next, you will have the student put the budget of $5 right here into their calculator. Have the student press minus. The student will touch the item that they want and put in the price that the item is that they would like to purchase. Have them press the equal sign, and the student will then be able to identify if they can buy the item or not. For this student KJ, this is their first goal. The student is able to identify less than and more than of one less than a number, I should say. So the student is able to identify that. So for this first step, this first target for this student, we will be providing verbal prompting, coaching, and gesture prompting. And for the next goal, we will fade out those prompts. As he masters 5, we'll move on to 10, 15, then $20, and then to the final goal, which will be $30 altogether. So after that, so how you would teach the student this skill, I'm going to make this bigger. So you'll say, what is your budget? And they will say $5, or they can use their SGD device and put in 5, or they can write it whichever way they feel more comfortable. They can take this and they can drag the X to where it needs to be. They can drag it to their budget for $5, or they can just point and identify. If they have a physical disability, they are able to, we can coach them and point to each number and have them say yes or no. Once they get to this point and they will touch what they want, let's say the student wants the lollipop for $15, they'll put in their budget for $5 minus 15, and then it will determine if they have enough money or not. The student is able to identify on the calculator that a negative mark in front of the number indicates that they do not have enough money, and it will be a negative. They know if there's no minus in front of that number, then they're able to have enough money. Another way that I have to teach this skill for each student is in a PowerPoint form. So I'm going to pull up my PowerPoint. So teaching budget. This is the number line, and then it indicates the budget. I have it in bright red and bold so the student is able to see. It does say drag the X to your budget. When you have it in PowerPoint mode, you are not able to drag, but if you exit out of PowerPoint mode, you are able to drag the X where it needs to be. So the next slide indicates the correct answer, so they're able to identify where the 5 is. For what do you want to buy, which is the SD, same as the PowerPoint. Let's say they click that they wanted the lollipop and they click it. It says they do not have enough money when they click it. So then you will go back and then you can go to the next one. Oops. And so on and so forth. The next, I have another example and I will show you what a correct answer would look like. What would you like to buy? Your budget is $5. They will click, let's say they said, I want a Jolly Rancher. They realize they have enough. And the answer will be yes. Lastly, I have on the PowerPoint, if you would like to print these out, you can either do this for the Word document and the PowerPoint or one or the other. You can print out as much money as you would like so that the student is able to physically have that sensory item so they can see what they can and cannot buy. I hope this was very useful, and I hope this lesson helps a lot of kids learn how to manage and budget their money. And thank you so much.